Hello everyone. I hope you stay safe at home and learn through online classes. Today we are going to learn second chapter in First Flight, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom, written by Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Before we begin with the chapter, I'll give you an introduction. Have you heard of Nelson Mandela? Yes, you are right, children. A freedom fighter. Just like our freedom fighters who fought against the British and got freedom for us, Mandela and his African National Congress spent a lifetime fighting against apartheid. Do you know what is apartheid? It means the discrimination between people on the basis of their race and color. There are two types of people in South Africa: black colored or dark skinned people and white colored people. Dark skinned people were oppressed by white colored people and they are deprived of their rights. Mandela had to spend 30 years in prison. Finally, democratic elections were held in South Africa in 1994 and Mandela became the first black president of a new nation. Is it clear, children? This lesson is an extract from Long Walk to Freedom, which is an autobiography of Nelson Mandela. Do you know what is autobiography, children? Autobiography means life story of a person written by the person himself. Then what is the difference between the autobiography and biography? In biography, life story of a person is written by another person. I hope you understood the difference. Here, in this extract, Mandela speaks about a historic occasion, the inauguration. Can you guess what the occasion might be? The vote-taking ceremony of Nelson Mandela, the first black president of South Africa, and his colleagues, which took place on 10th May 1994. This lesson gives us an overview of the long struggle of Mandela for making the society with no discrimination on the basis of their color, caste, race, age, or gender. Let us come to the lesson now. First, I will read the paragraphs one by one in first part of the lesson and explain each paragraph. Along with the explanation, I will give you meanings for the difficult words. Listen carefully. 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days, I had been pleasantly besieged by dignitaries and world leaders who were coming to pay their respects before the inauguration. The inauguration would be the largest gathering ever of international leaders on South African soil. Tenth May dawned bright and clear. Here, dawn means began. What is the speciality of 10th May? It was the inauguration of a democratic government in South Africa. Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa after 3 centuries of white rule. Before the inauguration ceremony, dignitaries and world leaders met Nelson Mandela and congratulated him. A large number of dignitaries from all over the world had gathered on this occasion. It was the biggest ever gathering of international leaders on the soil of South Africa. Here, presently means happily. Besieged by means surrounded by. Inauguration, an official meaning opening of an organization. Next paragraph number 2. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Buildings in Pretoria. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors and nations for the installation of South Africa's first democratic, non-racial government. Children, do you know where the ceremony took place? The inauguration ceremony was held in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Buildings in Pretoria. An amphitheater is a building without a roof with many rows of seats rising in steps. Here you can see the picture. It is amphitheater in Pretoria. It is made up of sandstone. Any stone that has in it calcium and grains of sand is sandstone. In our country, the Red Fort and Jama Masjid in Delhi are made of sandstone. Pretoria had been the seat of white supremacy for decades. Decade means a period of 10 years. For a long time, that is for decades, it had been occupied by white colored people. But now it was going to be the administrative capital of a democratic country. People from all nations and classes had gathered on this occasion. Mandela calls it a rainbow gathering. Just like different colors in a rainbow, different colored people from all over the world had gathered on this occasion for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. Here, installation means placing in a new position of authority. Next paragraph, paragraph number 3. On that lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Zenani. On the podium, Mr. De Klerk was first sworn in as second deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki was sworn in as first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. To the assembled guests and the watching world, I said, it was a lovely autumn day. Here it refers to 10th May 1994. Can you say how 10th May 10 is an autumn day in South Africa? South Africa falls in the southern hemisphere, so the autumn months are March to May. Mandela had gone to the vote-taking ceremony with his daughter Zenani. Children, you have seen elected ministers taking oath before joining their duties. Like that, first Mr. De Klerk, the second deputy president, then after Thabo Mbeki, the first deputy president was sworn in. Nelson Mandela took oath as the president. He pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and devote himself to the well-being or welfare of the republic and its people. You know that the constitution is a set of rules formed by the government. Now I'll read the next paragraph. Today, all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. Here, confer means give. Liberty means freedom. Extraordinary human disaster means racial discrimination of apartheid. Mandela says that their presence gives glory and hope to newborn freedom, which is free from all restrictions. South Africans suffered a lot due to racial discrimination. Now it has ended and a new society must be born and all humanity will be proud of that society. Next paragraph. We, who were outlaws not so long ago, have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nations of the world on our own soil. We thank all of our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. Here, we refer to the black-colored people of South Africa. The blacks of South Africa have been called outlaws because they were segregated like criminals under the policy of apartheid. Many countries had earlier broken off diplomatic relations with South Africa. Once they were outlaws, but now they were given a rare opportunity to host the nations of the world on their own soil, that is in South Africa. He thanks all the guests for having come to take possession with people of his country for a common victory of justice, peace and human dignity. Now I'll read the next paragraph. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Emancipation means freedom from restriction. We refers to South Africans. South Africans achieve freedom from political restrictions. On behalf of the South African people, Nelson Mandela takes pledge to liberate people from the bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination. Deprivation means state of not having one's rightful benefits. Discrimination means being treated differently. Next paragraph. Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign. God bless Africa. He says that there will never be any oppression of one by another. Here, the liberation from the oppression has been termed as so glorious human achievement. Mandela wishes the sun of freedom to shine on his country forever. He prays to God to bless Africa. Do you understand the first part, students? With this, let me conclude the first part of the lesson today. We shall continue the lesson in the next class. Now, it's time to do your homework. Based on your understanding of the text, answer these questions. Number 1. Where did the ceremonies take place? Can you name any public buildings in India that are made of sandstone? Number 2. Can you say how 10 May is an autumn day in South Africa? Number 3. At the beginning of his speech, Mandela mentions an extraordinary human disaster. What does he mean by this? What is the glorious human achievement he speaks of at the end? Number 4. What does Mandela thank the international leaders for? Number 5. What ideals does he set out for the future of South Africa? That's all, students. Prepare answers for the questions. We shall discuss the answers in the next class. Thank you very much.